Hey guys, and welcome to a Dinners of the Week video. So, as the name implies, I'm showing you everything that we had during this particular week for dinner. It's just the 5 work days of the week, so we have 5 different yummy, delicious meals that I'm going to show off to you guys and show you how I make them. Any information will be in the description that you may need. So first of all, on Monday we started off with Mexican casserole, and I'm chopping up a few red potatoes at this point. Then I add in about half of a can of corn. I add in a full can of mild chili beans already seasoned up, a cup of salsa, and a few tablespoons of nutritional yeast and taco seasoning, and then mix that all up, throw it into a greased pan for the oven. And this particular day I actually made it around like lunchtime, so I actually covered it up and put it in the fridge to wait until dinner time. So that's something nice about this thing. You can actually make it a little bit ahead of time and not have to worry about rushing to make dinner as soon as everybody is ready for dinner. For Tuesday, we had grilled cheese sandwiches, and in order to kind of feel like I was being a little bit healthy, I made it just a tiny little salad. So this is just some romaine, chopped onion, a couple tomatoes, and a little bit of ranch dressing on top. My husband actually made the grilled cheeses this particular night, so you're seeing him dabbing on his garlicky, buttery sauce that he makes for them, and then adding in some vegan cheese inside. I like to use, I think this is the Follow Your Heart American brand this particular day, but I also really like chow cheese. And it's on sourdough, which is the best. So my husband made that up for me. I also serve it with a bit of marinara sauce. My husband likes tomato sauce, but I like something a little thicker, so I just use marinara sauce for dipping, and then my little side salad. So that was it for my dinner this particular day. For Wednesday, we are doing lentils and naan bread. So this is kind of like a curry, kind of like a dal kind of thing. I'm not Indian, so I don't know exactly what definitions of these particular dishes are, so we're just gonna call it lentils. So I put some onion chopped up into the skillet with some olive oil, and my husband does not like the onion, so I like to make sure it's in giant chunks so he can like pick it out if he doesn't want it. Then I just add in the seasonings, which is just some garam masala and then some chilies, and we're adding in coconut milk and water with a little bit of vegetable broth paste in there, and then finally the lentils, which have been soaking for maybe like 15-20 minutes. Then I just let that kind of simmer with the lid on and go on to making the bread. So this stuff is delicious. If you've never had naan bread, I will leave a link down below to the recipe. It's not my recipe or anything, but it's so delicious. The boys actually helped me this particular night. They love rolling out the bread, and some days they're actually pretty good at it. So my husband scooped out his lentils that he wanted so I could add some extras back into the pot. I added some tofu and some kale this particular day because I knew my husband wasn't going to eat either of those things. And then I do dab some garlicky butter on the naan bread as well, and this stuff is so good. And it's delicious as leftovers too. So for Thursday, we're doing spaghetti and garlic bread. So I had made some bread earlier in the day, and I just chopped it up at dinner time, threw it on a cookie sheet with some garlicky butter stuff. I feel like we're using that like every single day. And some vegan Parmesan on top, and that would go in the oven for just a couple minutes until it kind of like, you know, crisp up a little bit. Then I started the noodles, and I made myself a tofurkey Italian sausage, which I was going to add in later. So when the noodles were done, I strained them in the sink, and I added the tomato sauce, pasta sauce, just regular jarred stuff into the pan again, and I cooked that up for a few minutes before adding the noodles back in. My husband didn't want the sausage, so I only added it to my particular bowl, and that's it. Super yummy. Friday is pizza, St. Louis style pizza, so super duper cracker thin crust. I am making some match Italian sausage meat on the stove for myself. For my particular pizza, you can see I was running out of parchment paper actually, so I had to make it very skinny. This was the last of my parchment paper roll. So mine's very skinny. Just add on some marinara sauce. I just use like Prego marinara or whatever, and then add on the meat that I was cooking on the stove, the vegan meat, and some Daiya cheese, mozzarella cheese on top. I don't own a pizza stone, so I just use like a big cookie sheet flipped upside down in the oven. so I throw it on there. When it's ready to go, just take it out of the oven and chop it all up. This stuff is so stinking delicious, I can't even tell you. This is one thing that I was like super duper craving in my first trimester of pregnancy, and I'm so glad that I figured out a way to make it just the way I wanted it. And I like to serve it with blue cheese. Now, vegan blue cheese is not like regular blue cheese, let me tell you that, but it's sufficient, I guess. That's another item that I like super duper craved in my first trimester. So that's it for this week's meals. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, if there's any important links to recipes and stuff like that, I will leave them down in the description below. Give this video a thumbs up if you did like it, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye!